Well, hi ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to walk you through my journey of making this train tunnel for my Christmas village, and my train is an old gauge Polar Express train set. The top of the tunnel is a display platform for my Christmas village houses and figurines, as you can see here in the top. The measurements of this tunnel fits perfectly on my bookshelf that I put together earlier this year. So if I have to put my villagers away, this tunnel would not be a storage problem. As you can see here, I make the stairway from the top platform to the bottom of the tunnel so the villagers can go up and down if they ever comes alive. I make this tunnel with a 2 feet by 4 feet styrofoam board from Home Depot. They are actually insulation boards you can find from Home Depot, or you can just buy on Amazon for $8.98. So this is the way I'm gonna determine the height of the tunnel. So I'm gonna put the GoPro camera on this platform right here. And it's like, so we're gonna use a double side tape for the camera. That's one of the options. Okay, I'll put it right here and see how it goes. Okay. Another option is that I can put the GoPro on top of the locomotive right here. Okay, and I want to measure how high it is so I can have enough clearance on the tunnel entrance. Okay, so it's about 6 inches. I'll leave it like a 7-inch just to be safe. The next thing I want to measure is the width of the tunnel. So I'm gonna say 5 inches. Right, so I have the plans right here on the book that I wrote. So if you look at the plan, we have the board right here. This is the size of the board. It's a 48 inch by 24 inch. It's 4 by 8 feet. Okay, and we have the boards I want to cut draw on here. Top board, the side, 2 sides, right? Side 1 and side 2. So the top board I want to have 9 inch. So that is the width of the tunnel. Okay. And then on the length, we have 25 and 3/4 inch. I got this measurement from my bookshelf, so it will fit perfectly on my bookshelf. Okay. And then the side, same length, but they're 7 inches tall. Remember, we determined the height of the tunnel is minimum 7 inches. Okay. Okay, now we're going to look at the side view. If you look at the tunnel from the side, okay, the total length is going to be 28 inch and a quarter. That's the length, also the length of my shelf. So that's including the body itself, 25 and 3/4 inch for the body, and then the 2 front and back tunnel entrance. Okay, this is the side view. So this is the entrance of the tunnel. Okay. And we say the height of this entrance is going to be 9 inches. Okay. Remember that the side wall is going to be 7 inch. Okay, this is a side wall right here. Okay, and this is the top board from the side view. All right. So if you look at the entrance of the tunnel, this is the entrance, the front, and this is the back. Okay, let's look at the front first. So the front, we have the width of the entrance could be about 10 inches, right? And then the height is going to be 9 inch. And we have some, the side of the entrance can be 2 inches or 3 inches. And we have the 5 inches of the clearance of the door. That's remember how we measure the tracks for the measurement. And then the height, of course, is going to be 7 inches. Look at this. We have a little curve right here to protect for cosmetic considerations, right? And then we should make sure that the straight line of the entrance has to be 6.5 inches to make sure that the camera goes through and with the train. Okay. And then we look at the back view here. The back, we're also going to include a stairway. Everything is pretty much the same at the front, but we're going to also the stairway area here too. So we're going to on the right side is going to have 4.5 inches, and the top side we're going to have the whole way across is going to be 11.5 inches. Okay, so this is back with the stairs. So this is where the stairs goes. Okay. Lastly, we're going to look at the entranceway design. I'm not going to be super picky about this. I'm just going to use a really simple design. We're going to have like brick walls around the entranceway, and then on the actual curve, the entrance, we have like a different kind of pattern. It goes sideways. Okay, that's it. Okay, now we have all the plans planned out already. Now we're gonna actually start doing some stuff, and before that, we're gonna actually introduce you all the tools I'm gonna use. First of all, we have the pen for the marking down all the measurements. And then we have ruler for the measurement, and then we're gonna have a foam cutter. It's a hot wire foam cutter. Okay, you can find this in Michael's, Walmart, or Amazon. I'm gonna have a link to the Amazon link, so you can just buy this from Amazon. And then we're gonna have a straight edge ruler like this one, so we can draw the lines on the board. Okay, right now this board is from, like I said, from Home Depot. It's 4 feet by 2 feet, and the thickness is 1 inch. You notice that there has some wrapping on both sides of the board, so we're gonna unwrap it first, okay? Okay, right now we have the board all unwrapped already. And the next thing we're gonna do is going to do some measurements from the plan, actually. So right now from across we're gonna have 25 inch and a 3/4 from here to here horizontally, okay? And then from there we have 9 inch, 7/7, okay? So let's draw the markings right now on the board. So across we will have 25 and 3/4. Right? Again, the measurements is up. It's up to the plan. Whatever your dimension you want to have. It doesn't have to be exactly what I have here, but that's the idea. When you draw the actual line right here, you're going to draw at least 2 points to connect the dots, so make it look straight. Okay. So here we will have 25 and 3/4. Alright. Make sure it lines up with the dot. Try to be as accurate as it can be. Okay, I'm going to draw a dot right here. Next, you draw a line. It's okay to draw a line because when you cut the foam, the lines can be gone. Okay, and then you can draw another line right here. Again, 25 and 3/4. You keep reminding yourself that. 25 and 3/4. Just draw right here. It's better to have it flush to the edge, so you know exactly that's the exact measurement we have. I'm gonna draw a dot right here. Now you will connect this dot to the edge. Alright? And then you want to connect this line to the first line we draw. So this part is going to be all 25 and 3/4 of inch. So you line up these two lines, you see? You're going to draw one straight line, because that's where you're going to cut the board. Alright? Make sure you pin the ruler down so it doesn't move. Otherwise, it's gonna mess up your drawing. And when you draw the line, it's okay to like pinch the foam board a little bit, because it's okay. The line's gonna be gone, The line's gonna be gone when you actually cut the board with the foam cutter. And I'll show you how to use the foam cutter really soon, okay? Alright, now that is the line we're going to draw. So this is the width, right? Remember, there's going to be 3 pieces in here: the top piece, the side, and 2 sides, right? And then have some slack at the end right here. So this is the actual width of the tunnel we're going to make. Okay. Now let's draw the measurements for the top piece. Remember, the top piece, we have a 9-inch from here to here, right? From here to here is be 9-inch. So it's 9, 7, 7, right? 2 sides are 7-inch tall. Okay, so we're gonna draw the first 9-inch first. So we're gonna measure 9-inch. We're gonna measure 9-inch from here. All right. Let's draw our first line, first dot. Okay, so this is our reference right here. Sometimes drawing this project like this, sometimes it's okay to have a little bit of slack, but don't stack too much. Okay, now we're going to draw another 9-inch dot right here on this line. So when you connect the 2 lines, it will be really accurate. Okay, again 9. So from here, 0 to 9, 9 is right here. Okay, you draw a big line. And then, like we did before, we're going to connect the 2 dots, 2 lines right here, or 2 lines here. And then connect the 2 lines, the pen. Okay, make sure you pin you actually want to put some pressure on the ruler, so it doesn't move when you draw the line. Sometimes you doesn't put enough pressure on the ruler will move when you draw, and that's bad. You don't want that. Okay. Looks like my pen is kind of running out of ink, but that's okay. It should will work. And then, okay. Okay. Now this is our top board. Okay. This is our top board, this is our sideboard, and sideboard. The sideboard is going to be 7 inches. Right, so we're going to measure from here. We're pretty good going to repeat the same thing we did before, but 7 inches. Okay, so from 9-inch to a 7-inch, from here to here. You see? 0 should lines up to 7. You want to be closer to the edge as possible. Make sure there's the measurements correct. 7. Okay. That's my my ruler is breaking off. It's okay. Some super glue later. I'm done with all the long drawings. But not actually, you know what? I lied. Put it back together. It's okay. Okay, alright. Anyways, we gotta draw the 7-inch right here from this side as well. Let's put this down here. Fail. Ruler. Okay, it's 7-inch. Now we're gonna put the ruler back together. Yeah, don't buy a cheap quality ruler like I am. But anyways, it still kind of works, so I'm gonna stick with this. Carry on, life goes on, it's okay. Alright, you're gonna connect the 2 dots. Okay, come on. Okay, alright. And then you're gonna draw another line. As such. This is not my ruler, by the way. This is my wife's ruler. She uses for sewing purposes. she does a lot of sewing as her hobby. I'm just using her ruler for this project. Yeah. Okay, so then the last section, the same thing. It's gonna be a 7-inch. It turns out we only have like, I don't know if you can see, but it's less than an inch of slack. It's like a 3/4 of an inch. Okay, but we can use the slack later. It's okay. We're not going to waste any of the material. Okay, I'm going to draw a 7-inch on this side. Boom. And then we're gonna connect our rulers again. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, here we go. And then we're gonna draw from the point to point. Make sure it lines up first. This is very important because if you have a crooked line, it's not gonna do you any good for cutting. You have a two sides that's not have the same height. Okay, and just pull the line. Okay. All right, I'm done with this. Anyway, so this is our measurement drawing. Remember, this is the top part side, the two sides. We're gonna cut these guys off, and then we'll use glue to glue them together. Okay? Okay, so now we have all the measurement drawn out already. I'm gonna set the board on the side for foam cutting. We have a foam cutter right here. I got it from Amazon. I'm going to include a link down there in the description so you can also actually check it out. It's pretty simple. You just plug it in from the end right here and then just turn it on. And now it should heat up for any foam cutting. Okay. So now we have my board laid out in here. We're going to draw the big piece first. So you're going to cut off right here from this end to this end. I'm going to use a ruler. The broken ruler for guiding, so when you cut it, it doesn't cut through the thing. And also make sure you have some window open for this, because when you cut the foam with foam cutter, this is a hot rod foam cutter, right? So when you actually like burns it here, it will have a burning smell. So you make sure you have the windows wide open for some ventilation. You can wear a mask if you want to. So just be aware of the situation, okay? And now we're gonna start cutting the board from this end to that end. All right. Okay. And this is the hot rod, so be careful with your hand. All right. Remember to draw the line earlier. So you want to go slow to get the most smooth edges want for the foam. The slower you go, the smoother it gets. Okay. You use this ruler as a guide. It's okay if your ruler is not as long as it's okay. I mean, you can move the ruler around. But make sure you are using the ruler on the line. Going really slow right here, and you want to kind of go back a little bit too sometimes, because like they have like some of the foam residuals of the foam in the back. So I'm going real slow. And I can smell the foam being burning. So again, you have to make sure you have your windows wide open, because you don't want to smell that. And you certainly don't want the burning smell of the foam in your house and not getting out of your house. Okay? We're almost halfway done here. It's really nice to have a foam cutter like this, a hot rod, because it certainly helps you a lot with the cutting. I tried to cut it with the knife before. It does not work as good as this one. Okay. It depends on the thickness of your foam. You have to actually go all the way through. I'm going to pull it out because my wire is not long enough. So I'm going to actually cut from that side. Okay. It's actually easier because I'm using my right hand right now on this side. Okay, so make sure you line up with the edge. And you can start by just not poking it, but you can start actually on the end of the board, the foam board. Because when it's hot, it just cuts right through it. Again, I'm going to use my ruler for guiding. That's the most straight edge you can get. And make sure you go slow. You can go up and down the foam just to get some motion to get the cut through. Okay. Pretty well. Yeah. Go slow. Almost done. Okay, so it pops off. It's okay because they don't have enough string to hold the whole board together. Okay, we're gonna continue to cut the board. I'm just gonna fast forward this part because I don't want to bore you to death. It's a long video. So one thing you want to keep in mind that you want to put some weight on the other side of the board. In my case, I put a little string here to keep the board from moving around. Okay. Okay. Next up, we are going to draw the entrance of the tunnel. This is the front entrance. So we have the plan here already. You can refer to this. All right. We're gonna draw a 2-inch. And the opening is going to be 5-inch, and then the front is going to be 3-inch. Okay, and then we got the height. It's going to be the whole thing is going to be 8.5-inch or 9-inch. Depends on your preference. I think I'm going for with the 9-inch. Okay, now we're going to draw the actual entrance of the piece. Okay, right now we make sure we want to have at least 6.5 inch from here to here, because that's the, remember that when I designed this, I want the camera to go with the string as well. So the minimum height for the camera plus the string is going to be 6.5 inches. And on a curve, we can add on the 1/2 inch of the curve on top of the actual rectangle itself. Okay, so we're going to draw 6.5. From the entrance, from the bottom to the top. This is the line right here. Let's draw it like that. Okay. And then we can just draw another one. So again, it's a 5-inch. Right here. And we'll connect with mine right here. Should be 6.5. Okay. Now, on the curve, we say we want to have 7-inch on the top. So let's see, find the midsection. Midsection is going to be half of the width, so it's going to be 2.5 inch. This is the midsection right here. Okay, the midsection. Let's draw a line over here. And now we're going to draw 7 inch from the top to bottom, just to get a point direction. Connect the 3 dots together from the bottom and the 2 dots. So the curve is not going to be super curvy because we only have half an inch from the top to the side. Okay, so this is the curve right there. Okay, now we just draw the curve. It's not gonna be perfect, but that's okay. Let's draw like that. Curve to here. Right. Curve to here. Okay, so now we have kind of like a entrance layout draw out here. Okay, so we have a dot here. That's the width we wanted, but I think we're gonna stick with what we have here, just like a half inch right now. I'm not super picky about the exact measurement right now, but we're gonna cut this out, cut this piece out. This is the entrance of the gate, right? The tunnel. We can just cut this one out. So we're not gonna cut the center, right? So we're gonna cut from here to here, and then the curve down here. So you see the entrance from here, okay? But I think I'm gonna draw the back entrance before I'm gonna start cutting, so I can put all the pieces together, okay? Okay, now I draw both the entrance of the tunnel. You can see this is the front, and this is the back. Okay, right now these edges I haven't drawn anything to cut out yet. I'm just gonna leave it right now as is, and then I'm gonna just cut the entrance spot. Okay, this is the back as well. Okay. Okay, so similar to what we just did on the big board for cutting, you want to have your windows open, and then you want to cut the straight edge with the ruler, just in case it goes off rail. And then you want to have something too heavy to push down, to hold up the board itself. Okay, and you don't want to line up the line right here outside the table. You don't want to burn the table. Alright, let's get to this. Again, you're gonna go slowly. Alright, just like that. And I'm gonna do just that much. I'm just gonna do the straight edge first. So this one's the curve, so I'm gonna do this last. Okay, let this the straight edge right here on the outside. Okay, well, I'm not gonna try to talk too much in here because I need like concentrate on the cutting. It's kind of hard to talk and cut at the same time. Well, right now you hear me talking right now on this part because I'm doing a voiceover. So, yep, I'm just gonna keep cutting this thing. Be patient. We'll get there soon. We'll get there. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Almost there. Almost there. And we're there. Okay. Okay. And lastly, we're gonna do the curve. This is gonna be a tricky part here, okay? So I'm gonna start from right here, the corner. Let's poke it in, and then you can just go along the curve. Make it as smooth as you can. Okay. Boom. There you have the tunnel entrance. Look at that. I'm gonna pick up the slag right here a little bit. Smooth it out. Not too much though. Just don't want to ruin the shape. Okay. I'm gonna do the second one right now. Again, we're gonna fast forward this part as well. I know time is precious. Alright, let's look at the entrance that we just cut. Look at that. 2 pieces, front and back. Alright, it looks pretty good. You can, there's some slacks over here. You can just like pull the strings off from the foam cutter. Alright, and right now it's just that there's some extra space here and here, but we're not gonna touch it right now. Not until we put everything together, and we just adjust the width and height as we go. Alright. And as for the cutout that we have from the entrance, we're not gonna waste it, right? If you look at the side of the tunnel, actually the board is actually 3/4 of an inch instead of 1 inch. So when we actually set the tunnel up like this, and then we have the top board goes on top, we can use the cutout as a supporting polar right here. Just put it right there. The space in between should be enough for the train to go through, because that's where we all have the measurements already, right? Okay, and when you use the cutouts like this or whatever, you can use it as a supporting polar. So when you actually put the village houses on top of the tunnel, or whatever you want to put on the tunnel, it has more supporting power. Okay, so I decided to have more polar for the sideboard. So remember this cutout piece we have here. We're gonna use it as a center piece right here, and then we're gonna have some scrap foam boards from my other packaging I have. Put on the front side and one on the back side, like that. Okay, we're gonna super glue these 3 like that. So when it stands up, it's gonna stand like this. This is the inside of the tunnel. Okay, when the access you have here, right here, you can just cut it with the foam cutter. Okay, and on the side it's gonna be okay, because when you look at the side, so if you look at this from the side here, and it should match with the actual cut itself, right? So it's not going to be a problem. All right. So whatever you do when you try to glue the polo on, do not use this glue. This is a industrial strength adhesive glue. That's what it turns out to be like. Look at this. When I put the glue on, remember? And it just burns the whole thing. Like that. This is crazy. It's crazy. So what I'm going to do now, lucky we have a wood glue. Try to glue this thing all together. So let's see if it works. I hope it doesn't burn the foam itself, because remember that the super glue I used was a nightmare. Okay, let's glue this one here, like that. Okay, should be good enough. I'll use this as a centerpiece right here. As you can see, this is the result of using This side, I was putting some super glue in it, and it looks like this. It's crazy. I mean, come on. Hopefully it doesn't continue burning. Anyways, so let's continue on. Life still goes on, right? I don't want to use this piece because it's been kind of jammed too. So for supporting, I want to use a new piece. This is still a scrap piece, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna use the book glue right here. So after all the gluing is done, I'm gonna let it sit for a while because we are using wood glue. So it's gonna take a little bit of time for it to like actually glue everything together. So after you let it sit for a little while, you can actually start cutting the excess polar from the sideboard. So after I cut the excess of the side polar, and then I kind of put like the top and the entrance way to the tunnel together. I didn't glue it yet, see, right? It's just a placeholder, and try to see how it looks like right now. It looks pretty good. I mean, like, look at that, right? You get the tunnel goes all the way through. You can see the 3 polar right there inside, 3 on each side. Okay, now all we're gonna do is just gonna glue the top board onto the side first, and then we're gonna glue the entrance side as well. We can actually start putting the top piece on top of the sideboards we have. So we're gonna apply some glue here first. Alright. And then we're gonna put the top board on top, make sure it flushes to the sideboard. Okay. So we're not gonna glue the entrance way first right now. We just wanna see how it looks like and make sure all the measurements are correct. And after that, we're gonna put some weight on top of the top piece, and then just to have the glue to settle in on the sideboards themselves. You can put any item that has weight on it, and yeah. So I just want to make sure one more time that my my entrance piece fits in there. Looks good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part we have been all waiting for. We're gonna draw the actual design, the brick design on the entrance the way, and some painting on it. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna have our foam cutter. What we're gonna do is we're gonna draw the pattern that we have designed on our book. Okay, so we'll say, remember, we have the side wall goes out here, the bricks all around the entranceway, and then we're gonna have like bricks across. Okay, we're gonna use the foam cutter. It's just to slightly touch it like this. Like for instance, I want to draw a line right here. Just do it like this. Alright, that's it. Alright, it's really just light touch. Very light. And just go to this. You can just draw like that too. Draw it like that. See? Let's keep drawing the curve. This is a really simple design. You can do a lot of different designing on this one right here. Okay, and then we draw the one straight line down like that. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys can see. We actually have the trace around the entranceway drawn already. Now we just draw the bricks. The brick is gonna be easy, so we'll just be like this. Alright. The bricks, you don't have to make it like perfect, because like in the real world, the train tunnel is not gonna have perfect bricks. Alright, I have to do like this. It's very simple design. Okay, can you see? Now we have the tunnel all drawn out. Okay. Now we got the entranceway drawn. Next thing we're gonna do the lines. Okay. So each line we have a one brick line right here. Draw it like that. Very simple. Okay. I got one side done. Let's draw the other side. You kind of, well, on this one, you want to kind of line up with this whatever we have here. All right. Now I'm going to draw a line from here. Okay. Alrighty. Now we're trying to draw the vertical lines. Okay, you can just alternate the spacing here a little bit. So first boom, boom. You kind of like cut it like that too. It's pretty cool. This is the most fun part of this project, to be honest. Yeah, just like that. Okay, draw the brick wall right here. Make sure you kind of alternate the brick pattern a little bit to make it look real. Yeah. So I'm going to skip a brick. That's it. Curve's kind of rough a little bit. I'm gonna smooth it out. Let's move out the extra excess right here. Okay. Okay, now we're ready for the painting. Now let me do the other side too. So this is the one side of the tunnel. As it's getting glued down right here, I think it takes like 2 hours for the glue to settle in the foam. So I put some weight, the box on top of the tunnel to let it settle. Okay, so right now I'm going to draw the same pattern as we have the entrance of the tunnel. So let's get started, okay? Alright. This is a little bit hard because it's a long one, and my kids are laughing at me. Don't touch my camera. So as you are drawing the brick patterns with the foam cutter on the sideboard, make sure you take your time to draw the lines, especially the long straight lines across the board. You can see my lines are kind of messed up in here because I was like, I was tired. I've been working on this project for the whole night, and then yeah, so I was rushing it a little bit, but that's okay. But for you take your time, okay? You take your time to draw the good board, draw the good breaks on it, okay? And onto my outer side. Again, my lines are kind of messy because I was rushing it. So and now it's time to paint. Okay, so I tested out one of the scrap piece I have, and I tested out some color. So it's brown. It looks pretty good on this one right here. Okay, so I'm going to use the brown paint right here, and you can find it easily on Amazon or Michaels or whatever, the Walmart. It's pretty cheap. I think it's like $1.50. Is that right, Haiti? Okay. Yeah, I have my daughter with me here. She's my little helper. Okay, now we're gonna put the paint. I don't have a bucket, so I'm gonna use the plate. Alright? Put some plate. Some paint on the plate, and then we're gonna use the brush. I have a big brush and a small brush. And then this is the piece we have. We just created with the entrance, right? The tunnel.
Yes.
Yes. And then we also have some side created as well. All right. So let's get to it. Let's get to painting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Paint. Okay. Let's take some paint here. Some paint on the brush. Just want to brush it through the thing right here. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna put the plate right here. Okay. Yep. Just brush it like that. And it's okay to paint inside or not to the gutter. The gutter actually makes the stone pops out more. We're gonna need more paint right here. Yeah. Okay. I think using the smaller brush looks pretty good because you don't actually paint inside the gutter. But that's okay. The big brush works fine too. Wow, look at that. Haley, you're a good helper. I think I'm gonna get the gutter too. Just get a little thing in there because the white gutter is too much white. Yeah. So just paint the brown color. You can choose red, but brown is the only color I have. So I have gray and brown and blue. So this is the close I can get for the brick. I mean, you can. I think the red paint will be really nice on this one here. Let me see. More paint. I'm gonna brush that right here. Yeah. You like it, Haley? Yeah. Get it right here. Okay. Oh, maybe some more paint. Some more paint. Some more. 2 more. More. Yeah. Okay. Okay, some more? Yeah. Okay. Now this brown looks not too bad. I like it. Yeah, this is good family fun, huh, Haley? And make sure the curve gets its attention. Trying to make sure that everything is even out a little bit. Yeah, doing this with the kid is a really fun activity. Just the painting part, not the cutting the foam part, right, Haley? Right? Okay, I think I'm changing my mind and put some little more paint on the gutter. In between the bricks. Okay, I mean, so far so good. Yeah? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Now don't forget the side though. We're gonna clean the side too. Oh, I forgot to. I'm gonna get some more paint, okay? More paint, and I use the big brush. Paint right here. So after reading online that you should, on this kind of glue, you should spread a little bit like this. You can use a brush. I'm gonna use a scrap piece of styrofoam. Just spread the glue a little bit because you don't want it to be too wet, otherwise it won't stick. Okay. Like that. Spread it around. Okay, that should be good. And then we put the board on here, like that. Okay. Okay, so now we have the 2 pieces of the paint the entrance piece glued it already to the sides. now we're just gonna let it sit for a while. At the same time, we can actually start painting the sidewall as well. So my kid went to sleep already, so I am going to paint by myself. I know I'm not as entertaining to watch, but hey, sorry. You got stuck with me. Alright. And then on to the other side. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so I marked the spaces for the stairs. This is the front side of the tunnel. And then those spaces for the stairs I'm not gonna paint because the stairs gonna glue on that side. Yeah. Oh, I'm making the stairs right now with some of the scrap piece styrofoam I have. They're all 1 inch thick, and I make sure the longest one on the bottom and the shorter ones on top, and just stack them like this with the glue. And then I put some weight on the stairs to glue them together. So the stairs I have here, I have marking of the width of the stair as 2.5 inch, and we'll cut it later. And for the stairs, because it's a 1 inch thick stair, we're gonna cut like halfway of the stair to like 1/2 inch on each brick, on each level actually. So you'll see how I do it with the cutter. So I start cutting the stairs. Actually the width first. So I cut to 2.5 inch for the stair. This part is kind of hard to do because it's kind of thick, right? Yeah. So after cutting this part, I'll clean up a little bit to make sure it's flush, and then I'll start doing the actual stair, like a 1/2 inch cut. Right there. Yep. On each level. Okay, so this is the stairs that we just created. So again, this is like 1/2 inch thick stair, and I'll just cut it with the wire like this. Yeah, and you can just get rid of the excess styrofoam that we have here. Cool. All right. Okay, we're also gonna draw the brick pattern on the stair as well, like such. So we're gonna glue the stairs into the wall on the sidewall here in the front. Okay, so this is the bottom of the stairs. I don't know where my gluing video went, so here it is. We're gonna put some weights on top to make sure the glue are settled into the styrofoam. So overnight we attach the stairs to the side here. Alright, so I put the glue between here and the side here and let them sit overnight. So it looks pretty good right now, so all we need to do is paint. I also, I didn't record it, but I also put some threads here for the bricks inside. I decided to keep all these slats on top and here as well. It actually looks pretty good with the figurines. Okay, and then also inside the tunnel I do some of the bricks here as well, because if you take any pictures of a train entering or exiting tunnel, this will show as well. So hopefully I have enough paint for the inside. If not, but I'll leave it for right now. Okay, same as this side. Okay. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna paint the stairway here. We're gonna paint the side and the top, and then the inside part of the tunnel entrance. Alright. And I think we're gonna leave the top board white for right now. Maybe we'll paint later, but I think for right now, I'm just gonna leave it as white. Looks pretty good. So I ran out of paint. This is the paint I was using. This is from Michael's. I bought this 2 years ago for $2, and now I use them more today. And then after I've been used up all this ink right here, I go ahead and went to Walmart and bought this ink. This is 50 cents. Well, can the price be justified with the paint quality? Now look at it. This one is the outside is the paint from Michaels. Okay. All right. And this is the paint I have from the Walmart. Okay. I mean, it's pretty decent. Look at this piece right here. Not too bad. Remember this piece. Remember, don't use super glue, otherwise you have like a crazy stone effect right here. Because super glue will all like destroy the foam when you put on it. Okay. Alright, so I finished painting the whole thing, inside and outside. Alrighty guys, this is the final product of my tunnel. So as you can see, the top I did not paint it, just leave it as white. We put some village house on top, some figurines on top, and trees. I mean, it looks pretty good, right? And then the stairs, you can actually put the figurines onto the stairs. There's enough space for the actual figurine itself. Okay. Here is the side view. See. All right. And then this part is my favorite. See, we have two nutcrackers guarding the entranceway. These guys are $1 each, but that's not the point. The point is, look at the tunnel. Okay. See the brick pattern right here, and then you can see through the tunnel like that. Ooh. Okay, now let's run the train through it. Alright, we have our Polar Express train set up here, ready to go. Okay, and we have our GoPro here attached to the second card. Alright, and now we're gonna go through from here to the tunnel. Now look at the tunnel, the height of the tunnel for the entranceway is the height that we have here, about 7 inches. It's because we want the GoPro here to have enough clearance on top. Okay, let's go through it. A little bit slow. It's okay. Is it gonna go through? Yes! Look at that. Oh yeah! It comes out from here. Okay. Woohoo! Alright guys, so I put the tunnel inside the shelf itself instead of the top. It fits perfectly, like almost dead on. My measurement skill is like fantastic right here, right? So look at that. It's I think it looks pretty good. And the top here, I just leave it as white. I didn't paint on top. Just make it like a snow effect. I mean, it fits pretty well with the houses I have because the base are also white. See? So this is my project. Let me know what you think.